I don't want her touching my food. You never take orders from this place again, because it's too out of the pixel. Hey y'all, hey, welcome to another gorgeous day with your girl, Jess. So we are back in the car. We are going to be doing Uber Eats delivery again today, but today is going to be a little bit different because we're going to do the flat rate from 2 to 5. It's 1:44. I already started the app. I haven't had no hits or anything yet. I'm going to drive somewhere and then see if I get a hit, so then y'all will know what I get without try to do minimum talking today, because the video I'm editing from yesterday, ooh, your girl's a chatterbox. It's hot. It is 87 degrees in my car. Feel like I'm on fire. But we're gonna drive. I'll come back when I get home. That wasn't long. It's 1:45 and I just got my first pickup, and this is from Target. So we're getting ready to go to Target. They got me getting on the expressway. Okay. Well, that's the Target. We're about to do some shopping. Okay. First package, Target. I just did it. It was real simple and real quick and easy. I have the receipt. I'm going to keep that. And now they have added on something to my delivery, so I'm going to Panda Express. Hi, y'all. So, Panda Express in here. Get that out of here. So, we're getting ready to go drop off our Target order first. But I was at this Panda Express and I had to say something. So I didn't record myself walking in or getting the stuff because, you know, sometimes it be a little bit packed in there or whatever. But it was this lady in there who was outside of the store when I came up. And then she went in and she was like, oh yeah, she walked over to this other lady who was doing this other, like, putting food in the thing with a different customer, and she walked in. Left. She walked in. She walked over to this other lady who was doing food further up and was like, I don't want her touching my food. I want you to make my plates. And then proceeded to tell her what she wanted her to make, like that lady wasn't doing somebody else's order. Ma'am, you can't be that entitled. And the other lady was real nice about it. She kept a little smile on her face. You know, she didn't say nothing. She didn't spaz out or nothing. But like, when we talk about customer service, when we talk about like going into, like, I don't know what happened prior to, so maybe something was said, something happened or whatever, I don't know. But like, you couldn't wait and just tell her like, hey, I don't really want you making my food. Can the other girl do it? You had to walk around people while that girl was doing her job, doing something else. People real weird. I just had to say that. Okay, so it's supposed to be 6 minutes to this place. They just want, it's 2 doors. See these notes. This is just crazy. So it says meet at the door, and then in the customer notes it says please just leave at the door. Do not knock. Do not ring doorbell. Well, it can't be because I got to get a PIN number. We'll see. All right. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. Huh? They talking about nothing. Peekaboo. I thought I pressed the record. Okay. We just dropped off order 2. We're about to go to order 3. We're about to go to 3. Why? Was I supposed to go the other way? I navigating down. You think I'm about to make a left over there? Y'all must be out your minds. No, we're not. Navigate me the way you were gonna have me go. That they got in this neighborhood. Where is it? It does know I'm going the opposite way now, right? Ain't no other way out. Small as AF. At 4 or something. Like, it's hurting my butt. Hold on. Oh, I missed one. Alright. Well, at least this one isn't on such a hill. But it's still. Like, I'm not trying to get hit. Oh my God. Aggressive driving, it's not for me. So let's see how much I've made so far. I can't tell you because I keep picking up trips. But since all of my trips automatically go into my card, I think I can. So today we're at $20. What that is? I don't know. I think $13.95 for my last one. $7.02. Remember, we're doing the base pay, so honestly, even if they don't tip, it's how long it takes you to do the order. So like when it's how long you're active, right? So for instance, I got to so when my base pay started, I was already on a trip. So I don't think that trip was considered as part of this or whatever, because I was already on an active trip where I was doing sometimes you gotta be ignorant and drive like ignorant. Trying to take me out with your truck? Golly. What was I about to say? That just threw me off. So, base pay. How base pay works, or flat rate. How flat rate works is it's the amount of time that you're active. So, if you can tell, I was in no rush with that Panda Express order to get there. Yes, I was gonna get there on time, but I wasn't like speeding or trying to like get there as soon as possible, because as long as I'm in the delivery phase, it pays me out the money. Right now, it didn't pick up for me right at it wasn't, I was on before 2 o'clock, but I didn't get that fare until after 2. I think it was like, we were in, hold on, I don't remember, I gotta look over here, but I'll put it on screen. Whatever time it was that I started, when I picked it up, as soon as you go to be active and picking it up, I was checking out at Target, I do know that much. So that's when it starts your time for your order. And that's considered your active time because you're on an active delivery. I literally was putting their food on, like I literally took the picture and was like, or getting ready to take the picture when the thing popped up for me for this one. So I haven't gone inactive. So as long as I get fares during the time frame, then it is considered active, and then I will get paid the full XYZ. Oh, I need to get over. Are you speeding up? Because I need you to know that I need to get over. And then I gotta do aggressive driving because I'm on the highway, and I don't ever drive this part of the highway. So how the hell would I have known that? I don't know. This must be where it's about. Okay, we be getting on that. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we are with this. We're going to some place I've never been to before. Big Belly Deli. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. That's not where we're going, though. We're going to Big Belly Deli. Number station. I might have to come try them. We're going here. Ashley. Now we'll walk back to the car. Okay. We just dropped off our last delivery. However, we did not get a ride. So now this is technically an active time. So we're trying to find a ride. So what I've done is I'm navigating myself towards what they considered a busy place, and I'm hoping to pick up a ride as I go. So that's what I've kind of like learned how to do, is navigate somewhere, and then I will get there. I'll get there and I'll sit. Because also I'm not gonna drive my car around and just be putting miles on it for no reason. So I'm headed to a Little Caesar, but we'll see if that's where we stay. That last ride that I did was $10. So far we are, let me show y'all where we are today. Today's Thursday. We are 3 trips in, been on for an hour and 37 minutes, and we have made $30.97. Compared to yesterday, way better. Way better. So, we'll go back over here. I said, get my navigation up so I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be in the Ferguson area. If I feel like there's nothing happening here, I will navigate myself back somewhere. I like to be by places that have bathrooms. So we'll see. I'll let y'all know when the next ride comes up. Who's getting all of mine? Who's getting all of mine? So we still been on. I still haven't gotten a ride. So I'm leaving the Ferguson area and going back over by Florissant to see, if something pops off over there. I stopped I was still online, still, trying to see if I was going to get a ride at the Schnucks in Ferguson. I stopped there, got me some water. I found the new Alani cotton candy energy drink, and I went to the bathroom. So now we're headed the opposite way, which I kind of feel like when I left there, I probably should have been looking and headed this way anyway. But it's all good. It's all good. It's really hot. It's like when her saying 90 degrees, I'm really hot. These pants that I got on, while yes, I like them because they got pockets, which I think is going to be like the new thing for me, to make sure I wear something with pockets. I don't like them because they're covering my entire legs and my legs are hot. So we're going to sit over there. If nothing pops off after a while, like, I think I'm going to push myself. I put it in to go back to the Panera, but I'm going to park at Five Below because I really would like to get, never mind. We just got to order. I won't know how far out until afterwards. So of course, we're still on flat rate, so we will be on flat rate for like, another hour and some change or so. Again, I mean, that gotta suck that you run out of gas right there, man. Ain't that for you? Popeyes was up and jumping. I've been in there for a minute. I'm just now leaving, but I wanted to say it was people in there getting DoorDash orders, right? So it was a lot of DoorDash. Like, they had a lot of tickets, right? And so love those kind of packages. But anyway, so they had a lot of tickets, right? So it was a lot of people waiting in line, and they were short staffed for a minute, and they got all these staff members that just magically came in around the same time or whatever. But it was a lady in there. Like, when I parked, I didn't say nothing, because if I got a kid to sleep, like, she had 3 kids in the car, and her windows were down. All of her windows were down. Mind you, y'all heard me say it's hot. It's hot. So 2 of the kids in there were asleep. 1 was awake. Okay, cool. She's in there doing DoorDash, waiting for her order or whatever, right? And she's on the phone talking to somebody, and she's just like, yeah, it ain't been hitting and popping off like it normally does on the weekends. It's not, they want me to go out too far. I'm not finna do all of that. So I've been taking little rides here and there, XYZ. Now, mind you, I didn't know who she was there with. Like, I didn't know who she had. So she's just like, on the phone. Like, at no point in time do I ever see her look back, look out towards the, like, parking lot or any of that. But there's this other lady standing behind her. Now, she's not with her. She's just standing behind her. And she is constantly looking back into the parking lot and looking at her phone. And I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe she's like, you know, she's the one with the kids. And, you know, she's kind of, you know, nervous about leaving them in there with this wait time because, you know, we standing in there. It's a long time. Oh, shit, I need to get over here. Anyway. So that's what I'm thinking. So the lady tells her what her order is, you know. Then she keep hitting it up with her, like after she makes her order, she's like, mind you, it's funny because there's other people in there. So there's a guy who's in there, I think he's doing DoorDash with his friend. And his friend was like, came in and was like, we can't never take orders from this place again because it's too long. You know, I'm claustrophobic and sitting still. It's hot. I'm wasting all this gas, letting the car run and da-da-da-da. He was like, we can't ever come back here. And they got 2 orders. Okay, cool. So they leave. She gets her order. She leaves. The lady talks to somebody else that keeps looking back. He's working on her order. The other lady who's working on the orders comes to me, asks me, like, you know, do I need help? And I'm telling her I got this, you know, Uber Eats delivery, blah, blah, blah. She's looking for the name. Come to find out, my thing was ready the whole entire time. It was sitting over there on the side. But because they were so busy and so packed and making all of these DoorDash orders, nobody was talking, like, you know, nobody was looking at that thing or whatever. Okay, fine, I get it. It's over here. Anywho, as I'm walking out, the car that I noticed that had the kids in it pulls off, and I realized, because the other lady who kept looking back into the parking lot, she's still in the building. I realized it was the lady who was on the phone. Not one time did you pay attention to your kids. No, looking out to make sure your kids okay. You running your mouth on the phone, facing forward, never looking around you, never noticing surroundings. Like, kids don't get kidnapped every day. Like, people don't be preying on babies every day. You got the windows all down in your car. And like, the thing about it is, I can respect your hustle. I can respect the fact that you're doing this to probably make some extra income for your babies, and that's their third. But like, if you saw how busy that place was, at no point did you think, well, let me keep going back over here to this window to check on my babies to make sure they're okay. Let me make sure there ain't nothing going on with them. Ain't nothing wrong. Sorry, it's a red. My bad. Okay, so we just dropped off the last order. I'm still heading over to Florissant area. I don't have a ride, or I didn't pick up a trip or whatever, but I'm headed that way because even when it ends, I want to be really over there because I also need to pick up some stuff or whatever. But we made $11.38 with that ride. So all in all, right now, let me tell y'all. So we have been on for 2 hours and 44 minutes. We've had 4 trips and we have made $45.11. We've made the net fare is $42.35, and the tips is $2.76. Now, in this case, when we talk about a flat rate, if it's better or not, in this instance, it's kind of back and forth. I've been on yesterday. How long was I on? I was on 2 hours and 49 minutes yesterday. I made $31.86. I've made more today than I made yesterday. And yesterday I wasn't doing a flat rate. I think it depends on the area. I'm starting to see that it depends on the area that you are delivering in, what you should do as far as flat rates go. This, to me, in all honesty, was a better flat rate trip than the first one I did in Illinois. And the only reason I say that, now mind you, I made more money in Illinois. You know, still times, I guess, to make some money. But I made more money in Illinois. But let me break down why it was better in general. It was better for me over here because I still wasn't traveling all the way over there, then all the way over here, now all the way over there. And the one time that I did have to travel a bit further, it still brought me back somewhere closer. And the place that I delivered the food to was pretty close to the place that they ordered food from. The issue is, and this is what I'm gonna say, the only issue is that people are not tippers like they are, I guess, in Illinois, I feel like. So in this area, if you're depending on the base pay or like the whatever, like if you're depending on tips, I haven't seen a bunch of great tips. Like granted, there have been times where I've seen some good tips, but I would say that in Illinois, when I drove, I had better tips. So the base rate for me in Illinois, was it great? No, because it had me going from one area all the way across to some totally different area. But the people who did that tipped well. It's not big tips here. So I would probably look into doing the flat rate or whatever, base rate pay. I would look into doing that for here because honestly, depending on how far you're traveling out, especially with the trips and stuff goes, it depends on, like, you know, how much money you're getting. Like that trip that I just did, that was $11 and some change. You know, I picked the trip up. I had to drive back to where it was. Now, mind you, it took me like 7 or 8 minutes from where I was at to get there, right? But it took me, I think, like a good minute standing there waiting on the food. That's where that wait time came in. That's what makes the trip decent. Like I said, I'm driving back over on this side of town, so you always have to wait for I always have to wait to see like if you get a tip or not, because those don't come in at the same time. But yeah, alright, that's all. Okay, so one of y'all can tell where I'm at. Chipotle. I think this is gonna be the last order that I do. I don't know, it's 4:42. I think this is going further out than I expected, but you know, we're just gonna take it and go with the flow. Let's see how much we make from it. Okay, let me tell y'all. Let me do the rundown. We will talk about this in a second. So I went and I delivered my last delivery. I am on my way back to my side of town. I'm not doing no more Uber Eats. My cancellation rate went from 95% to 88% because as I'm dropping off, you're now giving me door or Uber Eats orders for over here. And it was like, I realized, oh crap. Wait, what? Hold on. Get me out of the hick town. Like, I'm somewhere out in like the country. Like, come on, boo. I got things to do. Okay, cool. So, let me tell you, I'm stressed. I ain't never been so stressed. So first off, I'm driving and I'm like, it's like this back here, there's these houses, it's just grass and one big house and then acres of grass and then another house. Like, where do you have me at Uber Eats? What the heck is this? So then I pull up to like the thing, I'm pulling in and it's these white people, 2 white people just standing there. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say what. But they were what? 2 older people, and they're just sitting there, and they're waving at me. So I'm thinking, oh, this is your order. You're standing out here, you're waving me now. So I stopped. I like parked my car. I didn't even turn it off. Oh God, I can't function right now. I'm tired. I started getting sleepy on this drive over here. Then I started getting hungry. Is this the street? I don't know. Yeah, it is. This is a different way than I came. Oh, I'm like, what? Anyway, so I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay. Alright. So I get out and I'm like, hey, can I get your pen? And they were like, well, what house, what building are you looking for? Oh, and so I'm looking, I had to go back into my thing to look. I'm like, oh, I'm looking for 308. Oh, it's right over there. What are y'all standing in the road flagging me down for? So then I park, I go, and the guy comes out, and he's a black guy, and he gives his order, and he says, thank you, and he walks away. And I'm still just like, bruh. I get that it's a flat rate order. I get that I am getting paid by the time it takes me to get to your house to deliver. But you have got to be kidding me that I drove 35 minutes to your house, to your residence, to bring you Uber Eats, and you don't think that that's tip worthy. So now we're driving back home, and now I got the Apple Maps up. I had to hurry up and pause the thing, which I see. The thing about it is them now, them flagging me down threw me off. Where the hell you have me going? Apple, where are we going? I didn't make all these turns before. What is this? It said it's gonna get me home quicker, so I'm off of downtown Alton. I mean, it's a bus. It's my little Polo energy drink just over there, just flip-flopping in the wind. Too many dang on turns now. That's fine. And so I'm just like, okay. So as we drive, we're gonna break down our trip total. Of course, like always, if I get any tips afterwards, I will let you know what the total went to. Okay. That's not what I'm getting insights. Get out of here. Alright, let me go here. Go here. See details. Today's trip. We were online for 3 hours and 40 minutes. We had 5 trips. We gained 12 points. Our net fare was $54.53. Our tips were $2.76, which brought us to a total of $57.29. This is the second highest amount that I have made on Uber Eats. Both times I did flat rate. Go figure. The first time I did it was in Illinois. The second time was in the Florissant and Ferguson, Delwood area. When I did it in Illinois, it was Fairview Heights, Belleville, East St. Louis, Swanee area. Just trying to remember. I got more tips in Illinois than I got in St. Louis or this area. So there's I'm trying to give you guys all the bases of anything that you need as far as this goes. So let's break down the trips. So our first trip was to Target. We made $7.01 to Target. That was not during the flat rate time period, but we made $7.01 at Target, and then we had a $1 tip. Then there was a pickup for Panda Express, and for Panda Express we made $13.95, I think. Don't quote me on that. I would have to go into detail because they lumped those two trips together. I made $99 cents. I don't know. $13 and some change. Yeah, so all in all, they lumped those two trips together, giving it a total of $21, because that's where I got the tip at. $21.97. My second trip was my third trip was to Big Belly Deli. That was a flat rate trip. It was a flat rate trip. And we were downtown Alton. Sorry. Flat rate trip. And it was, it took me 35 minutes and 18 seconds to do that trip, earning me $11.76. And then I got a tip of $1.76, which is a 10% tip, now that I think about it. Okay. My fourth trip was to Popeye's Chicken. That trip took me 40 minutes and 10 seconds for a total of $11.38. And my last trip was from Chipotle, and it took me 43 minutes, earning a total of $12.18. All in all, I will say that if I was sent more trips, then my payout would have been higher. But yeah, $57. Oh, I didn't round it. Y'all want me to do all that? I did it last time. I feel like I should not keep y'all getting the same thing. So what did I say? $57.29. today. Yeah. So all that to say, I'm in the platinum status for Uber Eats. My percentage rate is still over 70%. Of course, when I do delivery tomorrow, I'll probably boost it back up to almost 90. Because I tend to take a lot of the deliveries offered to me. For my area for today, this was not considered, or I didn't go dashing during peak hours, so I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. And I'm also not offered the best deliveries during peak hour, if that makes sense. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. If y'all like this kind of content, I'm probably still gonna do it because I kind of like filming my routes and how it goes and giving y'all the breakdowns. But until next time, your girl Jess, the pre-K teacher who does Uber Eats as a side hustle, is logging off. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.